Cause I do think like in the realm of ghosting somebody. Now I would say with like kind of off of what Will say, like, excuse me, if a person was to straight up ghost you, I do think that is the realm of a person not caring for you. I think if a motherfucker choose to exit and they don't say nothing, they're not even willing to give you an explanation or a conversation, and it's supposed to be somebody that y'all really, really care for. I think that's a sign of somebody really not rocking with you like that. Because that's crazy to think that we could really, really care for each other and you would vanish without saying nothing. That is crazy.
I think that's a possibility, but I also think a person can be overcome with shame too. If they did
I mean, listen, whatever your reasons is, it is what it is, but that doesn't take away
from definitely don't respect that other person. They definitely don't respect that other person. But I think
that's what they care about the person. I definitely agree with that. I definitely think that they don't. I mean, whatever your reasons are, I mean, they're your reasons. I don't argue what somebody's reasons is for doing it, but I definitely think that's a respect issue.
What if they respect them so much that they actually did that though?
That's crazy to me. I mean, I hear you, but that's crazy that you got that much respect for me. You don't even. Oh, you're not even going to say nothing to me. You just gonna vanish. That's crazy to me. I mean, listen. I ain't saying it's impossible, but I find that to be quite crazy that if me and you've been close and we've been rocking, we fuck with each other, that you just gonna disappear and don't say nothing to me. I'm like, damn, yo, what happened to him? It's like a mystery. Like you just vanished from the face of the earth. You really, really deal with me and you would leave me hanging, wondering, because I'm wondering now, what happened to you? Because I'm not even thinking that something was wrong. I'm trying to figure out, like, yo, was he killed? Was he in jail? Like, what happened to you? So if you really care, you will leave me with all this wonder, trying to figure out what the world happened to you, but you can't tell me? That's kind of crazy to me. I don't know. I can't see that.
I guarantee you after a while, you're going to stop wondering. You're going to be like, you know what?
I mean, after a while, but we talking about the initial action, though. But I agree. After a while, you let it go after a while. You ain't going to hold on, but the initial action, I don't know. I find that to be kind of weird.
And I think even if you let it go, that's one of them questions that'll always be unanswered. And you'll be 80 years old. You won't still be worried about it or thinking about it. When you think back on the moments of your life, that question, you know, questions. Have you ever had that happen when you think about certain stuff? It's always those unanswered questions. It don't bother you, but always like, I wonder what happened with this person. Even certain things we went to school with somebody. You be like, I wonder what happened with this person. What happened with their life? So if somebody actually was with you and they just ghost you, that'll always be an unanswered question. It might not bother you, but it'll definitely be an unanswered question.
I ghost a lot of people, but that doesn't mean I don't feel the same way I do when I met them. I'm busy living life. They're busy living life. Nothing changed.
I think that's more of a new thing.
No, that goes back to being alone. That goes back to them feeling like they need me to say something to them when nothing's wrong. Like for real.
Because I understand you, and I know how reserved you hold yourself, and I know how you are more within your solitude. I get why you say that.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
I totally understand it because I know you. But for most people, I don't really think it comes off that way.
So you telling me? So Nate, because when I say ghost people, I'm not talking about just ghosting the random. And I don't know your life. I'm not talking about just ghosting the random person. You say you and Izzy close. So one day she just don't fall off the face of the earth. You know she's still alive. You know she's doing well. She just no contact. Don't want to say nothing to you. It's over with.
Izzy,
life goes on.
Izzy, when's the last time we talked?
We literally low-key like ghosted each other after we met maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Do you feel any type of way about me?
Nah, not really.
Neither do I.
3 weeks is different than, it's a lot.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about though.
I think it's younger. I mean they both 27. So I mean it might be I might be a little too old. I might just be a little too
because he got his life, she got her life. He got his life, she got her life, and they both understand that. So you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? If they happen to get with each other, like talk to each other, then That ain't got nothing to do with age, man. It's just how things is now.
No, it do got something to do. It do got something to do with age. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we were raised, like if you go back to our time frame, we were more raised on that respect thing and addressing things, especially as men. You know what I'm saying? Definitely as men, that was a big thing coming up. Nowadays, it don't seem like that's a big thing. Like anybody can just not explain stuff. People don't even look you in your eye no more when they talk to you, these young kids. So I mean, it's definitely a generational gap. Because I remember that being preached to us a lot about, hey, if you make a decision, stand by your decision. Be a man and let that person know what's going on. Or step up to that man if you got an issue with him. A lot of the stuff was always preaching our day, and that's not really, it seems like the younger generation, that ain't a thing no more. It's like, hey, if you don't rock with nobody, just move on.
Yeah, that's a
hold on. So Kev, I come to work tomorrow and I don't say nothing to you. You need an explanation? You gonna feel some type of way?
Nah, I don't. Nah, because automatically, if you ain't saying that, I'm gonna just assume you bothered by something. Now,
why would you think that?
Weeks and you ain't saying something, I'm gonna be like, hey, well, you good? Like, I'm gonna still be like, yo, you good? You know what I'm saying? I would still check on it. I'm not gonna sit and let it linger. Because first of all, if somebody comes around and they do something abnormal, right? Like if we talk all the time, we say, what's up, man? We talk all the time. And then all of a sudden the day comes and you don't say nothing. I'm not gonna press the issue then. I'm gonna be like, okay, he might be got something on his mind. He might be got a little something on his heart. So I wouldn't say nothing at all. But if another week go by, I'm like, damn, yo, he ain't said nothing to the boy in about a week. I would then ask you, like, yo, you straight? You know what I'm saying? I would still check into that. Like, yo, let me know what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and try to hold you to nothing. Cause listen, I'm one of them people, I could have been like, yo, Will, you good? And you could have been like, yo, Kev, I don't fuck with you no more. I would have been like, oh, okay. And then I would just step back. Because now I understand. You took your distance because for whatever reason, I don't even need to know the reason. But I know now.
You don't need a explanation, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't need it, but I do know that you fell back because you don't fuck with me no more. That's different though. I can respect that. I don't need you to explain why you don't fuck with me. So if you were to tell me, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. That's different though. But this ghosting thing, that's a little different though. That just whole you just like that's I don't listen, man. That's a dishonorable notion to me. I just don't.
But that's the time and the age we in now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we say.
I respect evolution, but I need people who around me who at least got more respect for communication. Because I believe communication rules the nation that we live in. And if we can't talk, what is it that we have? So if someone just going, because you came in with communication, I don't understand why would one exit without communication. That's weird to me. But I mean, I'm not knocking those who walk the path. I can respect it. I personally just feel it's a dishonorable notion.
Well,
yeah, and if you ghost me, you can never ever return to my life ever again.
Yeah, but it's one of those things.
Because I'm really gonna communicate. That's a wrap.
I'm giving people their space. That's all it is. I'm just giving people their space. You live your life. I live my life. Space.
I'm not. Nate, I get it. I get it.
And that's a big problem. That's a big problem in relationships today. You're not supposed to get into a relationship to change someone. You're supposed to get in a relationship and be yourself.
But if their self was working, if their self was having conversations and building with you for the last 10 years, them ghosting you would actually be them not being themselves.
That's what I'm saying. If you're talking about a person, right? If you're talking about, okay, I mean, we family, but let's say if me and you, we rock all the time. We hanging out together, we doing this, we having these conversations, we build it. And then all of a sudden, you just disappear. That don't register. You mean to tell me you just look at that and I'm just giving you space? That's crazy. You mean to tell me we sitting around here building, we talking, all this other stuff, and I'm just giving you space? What the hell?
Sometimes it's me giving them space, or it's me taking the space for myself.
No, I get it.
No, but you get some respect for the other person.
But that is a respect thing, though.
Because some of these people.
Wait, Matt. Before you dive in first, let me make this real quick. Like, what if my relationship with you was a therapeutic type of relationship? I know I can come to my little brother and build with you. And my times I talked with you meant everything to me. And then you ghosted me. You literally took away something that was pivotal to me because I depended on my relationship of talking with you. You can't tell me now I gotta receive it in that fashion. If I believe this, that's just you just giving me space. What if me being able to keep my peace in relationships, I might not spazzing on my children's mother or spazzing on somebody else, or what if my dealings with you literally kept me grounded, and then you just took away the ground from me?
You missing the part that he said.
That's crazy to me.
If that's the case, I wouldn't go nowhere.
But that's what I'm saying. But see, that's what I'm saying. You might not know how pivotal or how strong of a point you are to that other person. So when you say ghost, it's like you're making an assumption, I'm just giving you space, but you're not actually aware of how important you were to the other person.
I see what you're saying.
That's why I'm saying that, because you just don't know. You could have been something that grounded the other person. And if you just said something like, I'm just giving you space, you could have literally destroyed them in the process.
It's the principle of the respect. I got it.
Yeah. That's why I said you at least owe them a level of respect to tell them that. Listen, I need some time. I got to disappear. I got to go to the monastery. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to the monastery for about a year. I'm just letting you know, you ain't gonna hear from me a while. I got to go up here. I got to get my monk on with the rest of the cats. Like, if you at least owe somebody that decision of telling them I'm taking a break. I think that's crazy to me to exit without nothing. That seems pretty dishonorable to me. I don't know.
But let me
it's
ask
just
you,
me.
Dishonorable to you, but that's just moving cold, and that's just how I can be sometimes. Not even doing it intentionally. Sometimes I don't even know I'm doing it.
Oh, I mean, I get it. I don't believe you're wrong for it. I mean, I get it. Damn, that's just crazy. That just seems like
I think you missing a spot out what he said though. He takes his own space. So let's say back to your example, and you maybe he's the ground for you. So he's taking all your issues and all your problems, top of his own problems. Sometimes you gotta take that space.
I don't disagree with that. That's why I said that's the only thing I'm saying is to tell a person you exited. That's it. I'm not saying you owe them the explanation of why. You just say, yo, I'm taking a break so people don't have to worry about what is with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that, like, if he's taking his own space, that's cool. Nobody's going to say, hey, man, I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. You need to be here for me. I'm not saying that. But at least let me know what it is that you're doing. So if you're saying you're taking space for you, I'm not going to place myself above you. I understand you got to build and develop yourself as well. But you at least owe the person the response of, yo, I'm taking a break. You don't have to dive into why you're doing it. But you at least owe them the initial transparency of, I need to go on my own journey. At least that is what I'm saying. Yeah, I think you at least owe people transparency, dog. You don't have to be completely vulnerable with me, but you at least owe a nigga some transparency. That's kind of crazy, dog. You ain't even give them transparency.
And a lot of times when it comes down to a relationship, like how y'all use the phrase of building, a lot of times when the person just goes to the other person, a lot of the person's life and their future was based on what they're going to do building with that person. So they don't even know how to move forward now because they don't even know if this person is coming back. If they don't, it changes you alter their life by it's a pause there.
But no one understands is the reason why I'm ghosting so much is so I can grind and get all that.
I don't care why you're doing it. Just get the other person respect. What about the respect? What about the
respect? Just let them know. There's nothing wrong with you doing that. Just please let them know. Be like, yo, listen, I got to get to my grind. I'm going to holler at you in maybe a couple years. That's fine, but you got to at least let them know something. I just don't understand this whole thing about just not saying nothing. That's crazy to me.
But what would feel better? A surprise of me coming back with like all this, or you already knowing I'm coming back with all this? You gonna?
But I don't know you coming back. How the hell I know you coming back? Matter of fact, I don't even know if you alive. You just disappeared. I don't even know if you alive. You could have got killed. I don't even know you alive. You just vanished.
All you need to know is this. All you need to know is this. I am your little brother. So yes, I'm alive.
I get the dynamics if we do me and you, but we're talking about like the general perspective of just people in general, like a basic friendship or a basic coupleship. There still needs to be some transparency there, though. I mean, of course, I would know what happened to you because me and you are literally related. I can call many of family members and be like, "Yo, Pop, what's going on with that dude?" You know what I'm saying? Like we can easily talk that, but I'm talking about for people who don't have those connections.
Yes,
and say it like this. And
I need to work on them.
And say it like this, Nate, because I think it's like a generational gap too. It's a little different between you, like how you said you and Izzy, because I think a lot of young people, a lot of young people I know, they go into relationships looking at it as temporary anyway. So a lot of people don't take things serious. And when it happens, I can see it don't affect a lot of younger people, like say example, people that are older or they really big on building with a person. So if you with a chick or you with a dude, y'all hanging out every other day, eating, talking about life, and all of a sudden you just disappear. Their life and their routine has been altered with no explanation, with no way sense of direction how to move now. That's how I look at it. That's just crazy.
I hear what you're saying.
Hey, Matt.
I hear what you're saying, but God works in mysterious ways.
Everything is ordained.
Is that cold for you being full of shit?
No. That's just.
Hey, Nate, I get it, Nate. I get it. I see my phone ringing. If I don't feel like being bothered, I'm not answering. And I don't owe nobody an explanation.
Listen, man, I understand when we throw these cliches around, we love to throw them around, and sometimes those are cop-out cliches. We understand God work in mysterious ways. What the fuck that got to do with you having respect for me to tell me you just exited, my dude?
Yeah, that's what they got to do with that. Yeah.
What the fuck that got to do with you telling me?
Nobody cares about you exiting. It's the fact.
Yeah, it's not a problem of why you exiting. I just want to know that you at least making the exit versus you just disappearing. It's not a big deal about why. Like we're getting caught up. It's not about the why you choosing to take your break. I'm trying to figure out, nigga, is you taking a break or did you just vanish? Like what is going on with you? That's my thing. I don't care why you doing it. You can say, Kev, man, I smoked blood last night and I decided I'm going to Mars. So you ain't gonna hear from me a while. I'm gonna say, damn, boy, you smoked the blood, you going to Mars? I'm gonna say, cool, I understand. I'm not gonna battle you. I'm gonna say, yo, that nigga going to Mars. If you know, dad called me, like, yo, you talking to your brother? I'm gonna say, yo, that nigga went to Mars. You be like, yo, he might be like, yo, I just saw the nigga in the living room the other day. I'm like, listen, the nigga told me he went to Mars. I gave that nigga his space because he went to Mars. But at least I know you went to Mars. That's different than you just saying, yo, you not saying nothing. Like, it's just a different.
Let's get Izzy in here because I don't think she even answered yet. We've been on this joint like 25 minutes.
My bad. Izzy, do your thing, man. The question was, you think people are afraid to damage other people?
Well, to put this really short, I feel like they are to an extent. And I feel like there's like certain prerequisites that come with this. They only feel like, bad for damaging people if, they respect that person. Maybe they hold like a certain weight in their life, maybe certain parents. I don't know. Like, it just depends on like the dynamic you guys had before you like left or exited. So if like that person wasn't really like, someone that was in and out, that didn't have like, any detrimental effects in your life, I don't really think so. Cause then, you can't, I don't think like you have the capacity to really feel that way about everybody because everybody comes and goes. But I think if you have like a certain like, time spent with someone at a certain love and respect, I think that, you are afraid of damaging them to an extent.
Okay, cool. So I only got two more for us. We're gonna wrap this up.
You got me hot about that shit, Nate. I ain't gonna lie. You talk about how you go. I'm a little pissed off about that.
Hey, look. Hey, as I was talking, hey, Matt. as I was talking, I was like, yo, we get off this live. I'm like, I might have to call this nigga. Y'all kind of feel a way about this comment. Like, look,
don't answer the phone. Just ghost him. Don't answer the phone.
Hey. One more thing before you go to the next topic. It's gonna be pretty quick. It's also me and KJ real close, right? It's like if KJ just starts talking to me, it ain't even the fact that I'm worried about him. You actually cause that other person stress and worry. Come like, I hope my man doing all right. I hope he ain't got sick. I hope ain't no long-term event happen. I'm worried. I'm worried sick about what the hell is going on.
Yeah, like, because I care about you. I'm trying to figure out, yo, is you okay? That's really the reason of why I need to know. Like, I'm not saying I need to know for me. Like, for me on the side of me being hurt. I need to know because I'm worried about you. I'm like, yo, man, yo, he disappeared. I ain't talked to him. Like, yo, now I'm calling people trying to figure out if is you okay. It's more so about you, not me.
God given, if I wake up to see the next day, all you need to know is I'm okay. And that rhymes.
But if you ghost him, we don't know. I don't know if you woke up to see the next day. How do I know? You ain't told me nothing. You ghosted me. You see how communication is important? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
You making an assumption that we just know what you're doing, but you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Will.
Nate, thank you for being a couple of shades darker. You know, you showing us
wait. Matt darker than hell. What are you talking about? He shared the same point of view.
Well, you trying to convert him. Matt was a little darker since the last time I see him. I feel your brother, man. I'm like, yo, I might need some space. I need a second. I'm gonna be all right. I'm a big boy. I'll be all right. You ain't gotta worry about it. If you know me, you know my routine. I go to work and go home. That's it. Unless I'm in a car accident or somebody shoot the car up, I'm good. Just give me. I need a moment. And I don't owe nobody explanation.
But that's different though, because I'm like that as a person too. Like when you know you got a person who lives more within solitude and you see that, that's one thing. But that's not the premise. We're talking about somebody who talks to all the time, and then all of a sudden you stop.
But that's what I was just about to say though. But that's what I was just about to say. It seemed like with you and Nate, right? With Will and Nate and some people.
Nah, but I should know better though. I should know better.
But what I'm saying is, you said earlier, Nate, you do it all the time. So you said you and Izzy, when y'all met, y'all ghost each other sometimes. So it wouldn't hurt a person like you.
No, and don't get me wrong. Like, there's been times where, like, I've been like, Nathan, where have you been? Like,
yes,
what?
This is true.
Yeah,
and she gets in my ass
about it. So what I'm saying is, y'all, you built up a reputation of doing it. Me and KJ talking about the person that they've never done this ever before. This is totally out their personality.
This is abnormal.
They do it. It's an issue.
Yeah, I'm talking about an abnormal situation. Like if you go on your hiatus from time to time, that's not weird. Because like, yo, he always get light, you know what I'm saying? He go do his own thing. He'll come back in a couple months. That's a difference. See, I wouldn't be worried if you disappear often. Like how Matt said, we talking about somebody who, you ain't never went off on a hiatus before. We've been rocking and we've been building, and then all of a sudden, poof. No, you ain't answering no phone calls. No, we can't reach you.
All right. And I do that to see who I am dealing with as an individual. Are they going to think to themselves, man, he done ghosted me. He don't give a fuck about me. Fuck him. Or are they going to be like, you know what? He's got his own problems. I'm going to let him do him. Whether they talk to me again, that shows me what, if we leave off where we left off and things are the same, that shows me everything I need to know about that person without having to spend all that time with.
What kind of crazy young nigga tough is you doing? What's so kind of crazy? I respect it. I respect it. God, that's crazy.
I don't know.
All right, let's go through these things. Like I said, I got two more, man.
I think Will was trying to say something.
Oh, my bad, Will.
Yeah, Nate, what's your judgment today? if you don't talk to them, and then the minute you do talk to them, they pick back up. What's your feeling about them?
Yo, if we could pick up where we left off, like nothing even happened, cool. Let's keep going. But just know I might dip out again, and if I do, just know where we left off. That's where we're gonna pick up from. I'm not.
So you don't like people aggravating you?
Nah.
Yeah, you don't like people aggravating you. I feel you.
I don't think Nate is building with anybody. He got to be dealing with people and just having random conversations or having a conversation about that. You can't do that if you're building with somebody.
Oh no, I've done that with people that I know.
No, that ain't what I mean.
we talking about if you literally took your time and like you're really trying to grow with someone. If you're literally trying to grow with someone, the idea of just vanishing is crazy. If you're literally trying to grow with someone, I ain't talking about people you just communicate with. Like you just communicate when you just know them. I mean, it don't mean nothing because there's really nothing there anyway. Might not want to admit it.
A lot of people today. I got nephews and shit like that, right? So a lot of people today, they meet people on TikTok or they meet people on Instagram and they smoke and just talk to each other every now and then. They ghost each other. That's a little different than somebody you genuinely are cool with and y'all build it together. So a lot of people meet each other. You might have a lot of smoker friends, Nate, and you might just decide to ghost one of them. That's a little different than what we're talking about, you know.
Yeah.
And listen, it might be foreign to me, man, because I got all my day ones. The same niggas I'm rolling with since elementary school, I got all of them. So it might be different for me to understand this concept because I got people who I literally grew up with. So the idea of vanishing on them seems crazy because we've been rocking since elementary and middle school. So it's weird to me, the idea of doing that. Now I can understand the new waves. Like I get what you're saying. Yeah. Y'all are so temporarily with y'all relationships anyway.
What if you did vanish on them? Could they fend for themselves? Would things change? Like,
but that's not the point. The point is that's not what's questioned. It's not a question of can they fend for themselves. Like you vanishing on me is not a question of me can I fend for myself. Like I said, I'm worried about you. I'm not worried about can I walk forward. I'm worried about you. You disappearing is more so me worrying about where you are and is you okay? I got me. It's my concern for you that the vanishing triggers, not the other side.
I got it. I'm okay though.
So you saying that? So my thing is, he should be more. He should be number one. Should be letting you know that he needs some space rather than him worrying about himself.
I'm not saying that at all. He can get his space, but how? Listen, how hard is it just to say, "Hey, yo, I need space"?
It's not.
Why are we making it seem like you got to do something drastic to just tell somebody something? How hard would it be if he needs space? He don't even have to call me. He can just shoot me a text. Don't care if I need space. The end.
Yeah.
How hard is it just to tell somebody a simple statement? That's crazy to me.
Kev, you're right. Kev, you're right, but I do it on purpose because I'm your little brother, and.
But he ain't talking about that type of relationship, though.
I mean, listen, I know how secluded you are and how you move. Listen, I move with a level of solitude as well. Me and you got a lot of similar characteristics. So if we use the relationship of me and you, it's not foreign. That's why I said I understand when you say it because I know who you are. Yeah. I know you're more self-preserved and you don't think of it as more so to other people first. You think of it solely as you. I know you approach it from a selfish mentality. Yeah. I know that. So because I know you extremely selfish, I understand the lack of respect that's there as well. I get it. That's the difference. I got more respect than you carrying it. That's the thing. So I understand you. I don't knock it because I know you, but I just want you to understand that is a level of disrespect that's there. But I know you don't care about that. So whenever I know people don't care, I'm not going to push you. I'm not about to push you or try to make you form to anything. I get it. But no,
it's not that I don't care. It's more so that I know it's going to get on your nerves. And that's why.
And even when you explain ghosting, Nate, it ain't even exactly ghosted. Because, like, when people say they got ghosted, this person, it ain't no coming back. This person typically has walked out that person's life and it's over with. You know, this is the difference. Then you going through a situation and say something happened to a close family member, and you just ain't calling people for a couple weeks or a couple months. Even with that situation, that's different than if, say example, me and KJ stop talking, right? KJ, and I don't call you for a few weeks. That's different than you're calling me, you're texting me, and I'm not responding. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm looking at you texting me and calling me and not even saying nothing. I know that's gonna get you worried, and I'm just not responding at all. You asking me, hey, I'm worried about you, and I just don't say nothing. Because sometimes you might not just hit nobody up. I can see that happening with you going through some shit and you just ain't calling nobody in general. But if they calling you and they texting you, you know they looking for you, and you purposely ghosting them, that's crazy.
But that goes back to our conversation about, are people afraid to be alone? I'm not afraid to be alone. I enjoy being alone. That's where I find my happiness. I'm happier when I'm alone.
I'm the same way. That's why I said I understood you. That's why I said my concern comes more so not for me, because I love living in solitude. I love it. I am my best me. That's one of the reasons that even when we talk about marriage, I'm on this thing where I don't want another woman living in my house. I like being alone. I like my space. I am one of those people too. Me and you are like, bro. I'm like that as well. My concern is when someone goes to ghost, is more so for them, not me. That's why I say it's not a thing for me. I'll be okay. I can live alone. I built my life off being able to maintain alone before having to deal with others first. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yeah, and that's something that I respect about you.
Yeah. See, that part you don't have to explain to me. I totally understand that.